Within moments, you have led her to the door of the study, and she lets herself in and closes the door behind herself.
I wanted a good day too.
She seemed just to be eager to be getting whatever business she has done and over with and out of there. You've heard of this from the professor. Humans that spend a large amount of time with you tend to get this way. He stated that it causes complications.
They're always in a hurry. I wonder what they're talking about. I'm putting my ear to the door.
Okay. Give me a perception check, but take a 2 penalty on it.
All right, that's wits composure -2, so 4 dice. 1 success.
So, it's not all that clear. The door's rather thick wood. But you're able to make out bits and pieces. You hear Kat's voice state that this is the paperwork needed, and these are the lanyards that will be required. You hear the professor saying, good, thank you for your time. Within the next few moments, the door opens. If you roll me a quick dexterity check, or how much weight were you putting against the door?
I was pretty much putting my cheek on it.
Okay, then no dexterity check needed. As she opens the door, she kind of jumps back and she goes, "That is very, very rude."
Oh, is it? I'm sorry, I didn't know it was rude.
She goes, "I will see myself out. Have a good day." And she proceeds to hurry her way out of the house.
I got a good day.
The professor looks up as she leaves and he goes, "Craig, well, since you're here, go ahead and call everybody else up."
Okay. I'm gonna go run down.
Is that you falling?
No, that's my feet on the stairs because I'm a big guy.
Uh-huh.
The professor says, what did he say? Call us. He's calling us.
I take my tea and start heading in that direction.
I didn't hear the phone.
I think he wanted me to call you, but I don't have a phone, so I have to come here to let you know that he wanted to call you. I think.
Let's go, everybody, as I kind of yell over the stairs.
I proceed to follow Banba.
Was there anyone else that didn't hear me?
4?
Down the tunnels and make his way that direction.
Okay.
As everybody gathers in the study, the professor's kind of looking out the window, and he turns around and he gestures at his desk. All right. So, Kat dropped by, as you very well know, and she produced the stuff that we needed. Now, who recalls why you are not allowed to leave the premises at this time?
Ooh. I know.
Craig.
Because you said not to.
4, do you remember?
Does 4 remember? I'm assuming he remembers.
Yes, it had to do with needing paperwork because of the ongoing plague that is going on.
Bureaucracy has decreed that due to the sickness that is affecting the humans, there are issues with working outside.
More or less, yes. Unfortunately, the professor kind of runs a hand through his hair. This sickness affects even us. I once encountered one of us that actually caught the sickness. So it affects everybody. Now, what Kat did for us was using certain connections she has. She was able to maneuver paperwork. In each one of these envelopes that you see on my desk, and he makes a gesture at the large, those brown vanilla envelopes. Inside, you're going to find a driver's license, which is identification given by the government so they know who you are. Certain names, he gestures to Forsaken and 4, have been changed just to be more normal sounding. You guys have been given a last name because that is appropriate in society. It is an identifying mark. Inside also you will find a card that states you have not contracted this illness. This is important because if you did not have this, not only could you have been arrested, but you would have been sent to a containment facility. These containment facilities are not pleasant. He chooses his words very carefully. Also, inside these envelopes, I have taken the liberty of procuring roughly around $1,000 of currency. I am very eager to get you guys out from underneath me, so to speak. That is a turn of phrase, Craig.
Because we're not under you.
Exactly.
Because he's in front of us.
Yes. It is a turn of phrase. It just means that I want you guys to get out into the city of Dublin and begin interacting with people.
Do you not want us around anymore? Do you not like us?
Oh, no. Remember what I told you.
Aren't we people?
You guys are a type of people. But you know how I've told you humans are very different from you as well.
They have 4 arms and 4 legs. I saw a picture.
Now, Craig?
Yeah?
Did Kat have 4 arms and 4 legs?
No. But she was wearing, like, a hood.
But she didn't have 4 arms or 4 legs. You don't have 4 arms or 4 legs.
No. So, what's the picture in the book for?
I have no idea what book you're referring to at this moment, so it could be 100 different things. That is not the point here, though. The point here is I want you guys to go to Dublin and learn what you can. You can't learn everything from me. I can't be your sole teacher. So, just grab yours. Your name is on them. And then, such fortuitous timing that you happen to have there, Craig, you guys can take the car down into Dublin.
Yay!
Just make sure you do not lose the lanyard that's in these or the card, the driver's license that I told you. Do not lose those two things. They're very, very important.
Okay. Before I go, can I have some lights for the car? Like the stringy lights? They won't be the red or like the ones for the police cars, but they'll be different color. Is that okay?
Why? Why do you want to put decoration like that on the car? Those have to be plugged into the wall socket. There's no way for you to plug them into the car. They wouldn't work.
So if we figure out how to put on lights without a wall socket, we can put lights on the car?
Because Forsaken said he saw on the TV that when the red truck, the red cars with the lights go by, everybody moves out of their way.
Those are called ambulances. Yes. They transport sick people from where they are to a hospital.
Oh, and we're not sick, so we don't need the lights.
Nor do you transport sick people. That's what
We
these
don't.
lanyards are actually saying. And he kind of chuckles at that.
Oh, so we don't want lights because then people would think that we have sick people in the car.
Yes.
Okay. We don't
So
want to be.
we don't want to be sick, so we can't help sick people.
We'll not have them in the car.
Not in the car. Got it. Oh,
We're
I'm
leaving,
so excited.
Professor. Can we come back?
You can come back. Well, I don't want to say anytime, but yes, you can come back. You guys don't really have a other place to go at this time, unless you guys. I doubt you're gonna find anything with what, $5,000. He kind of chuckles, but of course you have a place to sleep here for as long as you want. And he moves over and opens up a desk drawer, and he pulls out essentially the Irish equivalent of a track phone. For those of you. And he produces 5 of these for you guys. My number's already put in. Your guys' numbers are put in if you guys ever get separated or you need to call me to ask me a question. More than willing, or I will answer the phone.
I dial his number immediately.
You can hear the phone in his pocket begin to ring.
It works.
Why would I give you a fake number, my dear Aoife?
Put the phone to my ear, waiting.
You see him look at you, Craig, and then his eyes roll up. He reaches into his pocket and answers the phone.
Hi, Professor. I have a question.
Yes, Craig. You don't need to talk to me through the phone. I'm right here in front of you.
Oh, but you said if I had a question to call you.
When you're out in Dublin.
Oh, okay.
He
But-
closes his phone.
Oh.
So you use it when he's really far away. Don't throw him far away, though.
Yeah, that's more than away, far away.
He puts his
Very
finger up at Forsaken. He goes, "No throwing. I know you have a habit of throwing things. Don't throw me."
Oh, I'm so excited. Yay! I wonder what I'll get to sketch. I begin to go get my things.
What
I
all
am
are you
just gonna
grabbing?
backpack.
What all are you getting, Aoife?
Let's see. I want to take my bag that Father gave me. It's just a brown bag. Nothing sparkly like I've seen on TV. It's kind of big. I think they call it a messenger bag. I'm gonna take my sketchbook, some sketching items. Let's see, like pencil, pen. There's a little pocket here where I can put my phone in. Let's see. What else should I get? So nervous. I've been waiting for this day. Okay. I can't take my TV. I put on my comfortable shoes. I look in the mirror and I start combing my hair. It's kind of a auburn colored hair. My skin tone is still kind of pale, but not as pale as it normally is. And I think the magazines call this average looking, but whatever. Whatever to those magazines. Okay, I don't have too much to take. I don't want to carry too much. I'm not strong like Forsaken and Craig. But maybe they can carry all my stuff. Oh, I'm too excited. Okay, and I run towards the car.
By the time you get to the car, everybody else has actually already entered the car. And who's in the driver's seat, huh? Who out of you has the best driving skill? Let's see here. Craig, you have a 0 in drive.
No drive.
Banba has a 0 in drive.
Dude, why? Cars don't matter. We got legs.
Wanna
Aoife?
walk?
None of you have drive skill. All right, so.
But it's my car. I drive.
All right.
So does our professor here not stop me when I go grab my rifle?
No, he does not.
All right. Well, I'm putting on the tactical vest. Putting on my plate carrier. I don't have a plate carrier. Why would I have that? I'm putting on my my chest rig. I'm loading my magazines. Checking ammo counts.
Why are Banba kind of looks over and sees this armored machine coming? Why are you dressed like that?
What do you mean? We're doing field work. You have to bring
town.
Field work. Yes, but we're leaving.
We're not going to war.
But we're going into an unknown area.
Yes, so which is why we should be tactical.
Precautions must be taken.
Yes, cautious, tactical, and unnoticeable. Because if they see everything you have, they can prepare and see you from a distance. Don't you want to hide everything you have and not just walk down, have everyone see what you have? Too much attention. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Can I be in the front? Or is somebody else already in the front?
Well, I'm in the driver's seat.
Well, yeah.
And every other seat is unaccounted for.
I'm in the right. Not the shotgun, like behind the shotgun.
I want shotgun. What's a shotgun?
Figure of speech.
Well, a shotgun is it's a primary weapon. However,
Oh no.
firing normal, like what I have here, rifle rounds, it would instead fire much smaller projectiles, but many at once.
I still think you should be discreet.
12 gauge buckshot, usually it's standard.
Well, if Father said he can take it, then it's okay. Father said you can take it, right?
not say I could not. However, there was no direct order to take it.
But he also said not to take it, so it's okay.
There's no intel regarding it.
Alright, start the car!
I turn the key. It make the engine goes vroom.
As you pull out, the gate was left open by Kate. And you guys begin to make your way into Dublin. Doesn't take very long, 15-20 minutes. The house was built, the manor fades into the distance as you begin to move down the streets. This is the first time that you've been out in public, driving down the streets. Craig, give me a composure check, because this is the first time that you've ever driven in city traffic.
My anxiety.
Yes.
Just straight composure?
Yep. Yeah, just straight composure in this situation. Let's see.
It's a 0.
Oh, Lord.
You are quite nervous while driving. All these different rules. I mean, you were taught all the driving rules. All of you were. It was something that was touched upon when the professor, would give you his lessons. So you know what the rules are, but having all of it thrown at you at once is a lot.
Mm-hmm. He's got a grip of iron on the wheel.
You can almost hear the leather around the steering wheel crack in his grip. You start noticing that his knuckles have turned pure white.
You okay, Craig?
I'm driving.
Yes.
You are. You're going.
There are other people over there.
Do I see any bookstores or any shops along the way that carry little knickknacks?
You guys are currently driving along one of the main stretches. So there's various shops, restaurants. Obviously, you can't really point out what would be a bookstore, what would be a coffee shop or anything like that. From a glance, you don't, all these names, Starbucks, McDonald's, these names don't mean a whole lot to you at this time.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So, Craig, where exactly are you going to end up stopping the car and parking?
He didn't have a destination in mind. He's just driving. So, that's a good question.
I stick my head out the window.
So, where do we want to go?
You did not have an objective when you left?
Nope. I just wanted to drive. And now I'm driving.
Okay. How about a park?
A park?
Yes. A nice, spacious park.
You remember the professor mentioning a place called Phoenix Park.
Perfect.
It was described as an enormous place, and he said it housed a place called a zoo.
Okay. The professor said there was a park, Phoenix Park, with a zoo. I don't know what a zoo is. Do you want to see the zoo?
I would like us to go to a park. If the park has a zoo, then that's a plus.
Okay. How do I get there?
No idea. Shit. We don't know a damn thing. Oh my gosh, we don't know where we are. No, I am freaking out.
Are there any, like,
Okay.
tall structures nearby?
As you guys go past an intersection, you see that you are on a you're on a road called Black Horse Avenue. As you continue down Black Horse Avenue, you guys begin to see a rather large patch of ground that doesn't have roads or buildings on it. This looks like what you would call a park, or what the professor described to you as this place. There is a small section for you to be able to turn in, and there is a parking structure there.
We're gonna park at the park,
Yes.
right? Is that
Yep.
how it works? Okay. So, pull into the driving structure.
All right.
Parking structure, not driving structure. It's not
Yes.
for driving, just for parking.
As you guys finish parking, Four, I do have a very important question. Are you going to be getting out of the car with your rifle?
Let me make a roll to see how smart my character is.
Okay. He doesn't mean an actual roll. He's randomizing if he's going to take the gun with him.
Because on one hand, 4 would, but on the other hand, I don't want to derail the campaign instantly by doing
Well,
this.
being all tactical, I think your character might pick up drawing too much attention is bad.
He's already like very disappointed that we're going out in daylight. Like, why would you move in the daylight? You know, people see you now. Like, this is the wrong move. We went out without a plan. Well, why am I following these people? We need a new team lead.
Well, currently there is no team lead. If we're getting that deep.
One would know what to do. But he's dead. Probably. Hold on.
You could call the professor.
Well,
Yes,
yeah, he'll know
yes,
what to
call the
do.
professor. Ask him if.
Can he
Yeah.
not get out with the gun? Do I have a handgun? I can feel that.
Unless you have taken Forsaken's handgun, no, you do not have a handgun.
Okay, I probably have a knife. I keep my knife. I can just touch the bayonet. We're good. No, I will leave the rifle on like the floor of the car. I'm gonna like put it under a seat.
Could put it in the trunk. I got room in the trunk.
I'd have to get out with it first.
Oh. You could fold the seat down. The seat folds down, by the way.
Is there anything I can see that will be an obvious issue on his character?
Define obvious.
Yeah, exactly. What are you meaning? And whose character?
On Rifleman. What's his name?
Four.
4, yes. Is there anything like any other weapons that are just sticking out of him? Like any holsters or anything else on him other than being dressed in a military vest?
I mean, he has the bayonet strapped to his tactical chest piece. As
Okay.
one would normally.
Uh-huh.
You're lucky
Okay.
I didn't try to argue that I'd have grenades on me.
Okay,
Logically,
yeah, I
Rifleman would have grenades.
okay, all right. No,
I-
let's keep going.
I don't see anyone else with the gun.
But they are foolish.
Banba's gonna get
Or
out.
perhaps they're really hiding
Gonna
it.
get out the car.
Maybe they're good at hiding it.
Know not how many hostiles are present.
Why
should
don't
conduct
we-
ourselves with
Why don't we ask one of them and ask them where they keep theirs?
No, No.
Why not? You're wondering. We're
I'm
all
wondering.
wondering. Let's go ask one.
No
Let's
intelligent enemy would give up their secrets that easily, however.
Well,
exactly.
so if
And
they
it
don't
may
give
be
it up,
offensive.
we'll learn that they're an enemy.
But asking such a question is sensitive. It could be very rude of us to ask something like that.
Oh,
If we don't see it, yes, we don't want to be rude. If we don't see it on them, there's a reason for that.
Father said asking is never rude.
It depends on the question.
He never said that.
Professor Father is one of us, so he allows us to ask him whatever he wants, which is why I think we should talk to him before we just talk to a random stranger. They want to know the best situation for us, since this is our first time.
So are we gonna call him?
Yes, let's ask the professor his opinion on whether or not should we bring them.
Okay, you call him then.
Okay. I call the professor.
After a couple of rings, he picks up. Hello. How you doing, Banba?
Anxious, worried. And yeah, we have a little situation.
Generally speaking, that's how a lot of us feel the first time we start trying to interact with humanity.
When we haven't even interacted yet.
Yeah, she won't let us.
Hi, Professor.
Yeah, everyone is here. Everyone is safe. We just want to know, would it be okay to bring weapons such as rifles and guns and bayonets into town, visible for everyone to see? Is that okay?
Generally, you don't want them visible. A rifle will
I got
definitely...
him on speaker, by the way.
A rifle, definitely not. A handgun, depending on if you have the proper licenses, that's fine. Proper licenses for the rifle that I'm sure that you're referring to, that is something that doesn't really exist. But you shouldn't, as long as you're not flaunting it, you should be fine.
Okay, so we can walk around town with it, just never take it out the holster.
And don't swing it.
I would not
Mr.
recommend going into stores with it. No, that would not be good. That would cause those police people to come after you.
See, guys?
So leave the
Bring
big
the
ones in the car.
hostiles. If we lure the hostiles to our position, we could, dispose of them.
There
To
are
make
no
it
hostiles
easier.
except for us, possibly, at the moment. If we act hostile, people will get hostile. And we don't want that on our first time, do we?
To be fair, Banba, remember what I have told you. They will eventually get hostile just by your mere presence to begin with. Luckily, there's a lot of you together. So you will be able to spend more time in the locations before that happens. If you guys end up splitting up, you'll have less time that you can spend before issues will begin to arise. Keep that in mind, please.
All right. Thank you. And I hang up.
Bye,
All right,
Oh.
so big ones stay in car. You guess you can keep everything else. Just don't take it out.
I get back in the car.
How was it outside?
Well, she said big ones stay in the car, so I have to stay in the car, right?
No. No. Come back. I was talking about his weapons. Come back.
Oh, okay. I get out of the car.
Revealing our armament this early, if we are to act in the open, is foolish, I presume.
Yes.
So, as you guys move away from the car, does anybody want to take a look at the envelope that you guys were given?
Oh, yeah. Do we each have our own, or is it just
Yes.
one?
Yes, everybody has their own. Their name is written on it.
Okay, I'll look at mine.
Same.
As you guys open it, you see a small plastic card. It says, property of this person, of your name. Last name, I will let you guys decide on that. It doesn't matter. States the address of your professor's house. Dublin, Ireland, all that information. It has a number generated on it, and it says driver's license across the top. There is a small stack of greenish. It's not greenish, it's multicolored. Blue, some orange, things that have 100 written on the corner. There's 10 of them. That is the $1,000 that you guys were given. And then this, most importantly, another plastic card that has a large green circle on it that has a lanyard, bright blue, on it. Those are the only 3 things in the bag. As you flip over the lanyard, it also has your name written on it, test date, and valid through date on it.
This must be the not sick card. Because this one says driver's license. This other ones have numbers, so I think that's the 1,000. What's it for?
I shrug.
Four, you remember what the professor had told you about money.
Yeah, it can be exchanged for things.
Oh.
So if I want something, I give this to a person and they give me a thing.
Okay. So, do we want anything at the park? What do we see?
As you exit the parking structure, the very first thing you notice is actually the big open area with this large gate. There's lots of different smells, things you've never smelled before, emanating from that area. As you continue to walk through, you can actually find a gate that says Dublin Zoo. There's one person at the ticket booth, seems to be on watch, in Four's perspective, as if they were guarding the area.
And it says zoo?
Yes, it does.
Well, we wanted to go to the zoo place, right? This is it. I want to go in the zoo.
Are you going to just attempt to walk through, or are you going to speak with the person that's standing there?
I've never talked to a human before.
It's
I'm
okay. I'm with you. Come on, let's go ask him. What are we gonna ask him?
Can we go in the zoo?
That's a good question. Okay, let's go.
And as you approach, this person looks up and smiles and goes, "Hello, will you guys be... So you guys are a group?"
Yes.
She asked us the question.
Yes. We want to go in the zoo, please.
All right, that's going to be €20 per person.
Okay.
That's money?
Oh, that's what these are.
She kind of looks taken aback at the question. Yeah, that's money. Oh, you must be tourists. You're not from Dublin. What do you use in your country? We still get a few tourists from America. So, U.S. dollar. What is the conversion on that? She looks down and begins typing in a calculator.
Maybe we just give her all of it
Is it all for?
for zoo. I don't know. She said 20.
These all have 100. That's more than 20, right? Yeah, I know that much.
Well, 100 more than 20, so give her 100.
She
One
looks
of the-
up. She looks up and she goes, "That would be roughly $24 or so American."
We don't have 24, but I have 100.
She takes the bill from your hand and she goes, "All right." She prints out a few tickets and she goes, "Here you go. Just hand that over to the guy right there." She points and you can see another guy waiting at the gate. Just give that to him. Also, before you go in, I do need to see your guys' lanyards.
I hold it.
The not sick lanyard?
Not sick card.
The not sick card.
She,
And I
once
hold
again, she kind of looks at you guys odd and she, could you pass them all up, please? So I can write the information I need down?
Are we supposed to give these away?
Father said not to.
Are we getting them back?
Yes. Of course, you need to have them back.
Yes, I need it. So, okay. I put mine down on the table.
She takes it, she flips it over. You see that she's typing on the computer, and then she just hands it back, and then reaches out for the next one.
I follow suit.
Same thing, and then as soon as everybody has done so, she gestures and she goes, "Enjoy your time at the zoo."
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. She kind of smiles, confused.
Go back to the rest of the group. I talked to a person.
He did. And she gave us these papers, and she said we can go in now. Guys.
Then go in. Well, I'm probably not even there. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You're there. You followed.
I'm trying to find a good place to overwatch, in case they get shot at.
Wait, so you're not going in the zoo, so I don't need to give you this paper, so I have an extra ticket?
You only have 2.
No, she gave you 5 tickets.
Oh, I must be spacing out. Sorry.
Yeah, she gave you 5 tickets. 1 for every member of the group.
Maybe 4 is losing files again.
Is this in one of the data things that you lost?
Yeah, I think you're losing data.
We're just
What?
gonna this canon. My incompetence at hearing is now 4's incompetence.
Oh no, I think he's losing data.
Perhaps it's not likely. I have not lost anything since.
But you're moving and talking slower. I think you're losing data.
Talk faster. How fast can I make myself talk? I don't know.
I mean, spit a few bars and we'll see.
I'm white. I can't do that.
Okay, well, I guess
but
if
if
you don't...
talk any faster, then you can't understand because you don't hear very fast.
But you're talking slower than normal, so that means you're not thinking as fast.
Is there a rush to talk?
Well, there's a rush to go in. I want to go in the zoo. I thought you wanted to go, but if you don't want to go, then I'm not going to give you the ticket. I'm gonna give the ticket to somebody else. Maybe I'll talk to another human, and I'm gonna give them the ticket.
I'll just follow them.
Four has been browbeaten into going into the zoo.
Go into the zoo.
All right. As you guys approach the gate, the man standing there goes, "Tickets, please."
And I hand him mine. I would like to go in the zoo, please.
He rips it in half and hands you half of it, and he goes, "Enjoy your time."
My
And
ticket.
he does it to each ticket as you guys cross the threshold.
Threshold.
We're
We're
going
in the zoo.
Oh. Okay.
I ripped my ticket.
Maybe it's a file, so you can remember the zoo.
Oh.
Yeah, so we should probably keep these too.
Keep my ticket. Put it in
Yeah.
my pocket next to my driver's license and whatever other stuff I have on me.
All right, what do we see?
Well, there's branching paths. Seems the sign in front of you is rather large with pictures, much to Craig's delight.
There's
It shows you a walkway that leads around, and it shows you different enclosures that have different animals and stuff. Any of you have watched the Animal Planet, you know most of these animals. There's penguins, there's giraffes, elephants, gorillas, tigers.
Ooh, but there's these. But it's a glass wall. We can't touch them. I touched the glass.
Oh, you're at the sign. So are you touching the sign?
No, I'm actually in the zoo.
well, he's
Like-
asking which one are we going to first?
I
Yeah,
don't know, whatever first I saw.
Yeah, because you were at the little board of directory where it shows, oh, here's the path through the zoo. These are the different enclosures. That's where you guys currently are at. So that's why. Are you touching the sign?
Let's pick an animal. Which one? I choose the kitties.
Craig begins to make his way towards the lion enclosure. Yeah, you can see there's a few families there and about. A couple of them are pushing around strollers. All of them have the same lanyard you guys have. And if you guys want to give me an empathy check, that would be wits plus empathy.
Okay. Nothing again.
Okay, so Craig is oblivious. 4 is oblivious.
Robot, I don't know what empathy is.
Serious? That can't be right.
So it's 3 for me.
Rolled a 2, a 7, a 5, and a 3.
Let's see here.
Wow.
Hey, we're pretty good at this one for Prometheans. That's
Awesome.
I gotta say.
Seriously?
You know what? Hold up. Give me one moment here. We gotta make.
I got 3 wits.
An intervention here.
Well, I've got to make a roll for.
Dice.
You rolled again. And only got 1? Wow.
Uh,
This program hates us.
Yes. Maybe you didn't like our drawings.
None of the 5 of you can feel the general sense of sadness and listlessness that's going on amongst the people. As you look around, their expression doesn't register to you as sad, so you just think they're people. moving about. You don't get the general sense of malaise that is moving on. The zoo is relatively empty from a normal person's standard. For you guys, you've never seen this many humans in one place. You notice one of the families is also looking at the lions. It is a rather tall male, a shorter female, and then two very, very small humans next to them, excitedly tapping on the glass, going, "Mommy, mommy, look, look, it's a lion!" And you see the shorter of the two lean down and go, "Yeah, that's a lion. That's a male lion." And you see her pointing at one of the lions with a gigantic mass of fur around its head.
I'm gonna tap on the glass too. Lion.
That draws the attention of both of the family. They kind of glance at you from the side of their eyes.
I've never seen a lion in this person before. They're big.
They're much bigger than on TV. Oh, they're staring.
Oh.
And those people next to us, they're staring, and I don't like it when they're staring.
You're whispering that, correct?
Yeah. But loud enough for, obviously, Craig to hear.
I kind of look towards the humans and just give a little wave. Trying to get rid of them, if anything.
That's an odd... they do seem very nervous at this collection of people that are around them, that they quickly gather up the little humans and move rather quickly away from you.
Oh,
Those were smaller than you, Aoife.
yeah, I thought I was small, but I guess they're smaller versions of humans.
I didn't know they could make them that small.
I wonder if we can make one that small. Aw. I wish I didn't get so nervous, though.
Well, it's your first time.
Sure.
I'm not.
Well, this is a new experience. Come on, let's go see what else this place has.
Okay. What's next?
I saw that girl eating something. It had a stick.
They were eating a stick?
Well, yeah, I think it was a stick. It was like, I don't know what it was, but she was eating something off of a stick.
Must be a food person around here or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not too far away, there is a little cafe. You can see a small group of people. They are standing in a line, and they are talking to somebody inside the building who is eventually procuring some sort of food item in exchange for the dollar bills that you have been given.
Oh, so we give them the money, they give us the food.
Oh, okay. I want that stick that she was eating.
Okay, let's go get a stick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang back with the lions, actually.
All right. 4.
I don't know if I understand the concept of food, so I'm just gonna kind of keep my distance and kind of just effectively spam roll perception checks to make sure no one's trying to sneak up on us.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, just because you want to do it.
God. What is perception again? Sorry, it's wits something.
Wits composure.
I buff the correct stats.
Nice.
People in this area look relatively peaceful. You see them going about their day, trying to enjoy, looking at these animals that are kept in captivity. It's pretty strange for 4, not having any experience in this, being a unfleshed as he is. But there seems to be nothing hostile. A matter of fact, you're the only one that seems to be have any sort of weapon on them at all.
Must mean they're hiding better than I can see. Oh no, I'm letting paranoia from Igor seep into this character.
Just a little.
Okay, calm down.
Just keep him away from rocks.
Well, there doesn't appear. I'm not actually gonna say, yep, doesn't appear to be anyone ready to shoot us. I'll keep that to myself, but I'll pause, actively looking around.
So 4 finally relaxes a little bit is what I'm hearing.
Like 2%.
As you guys wait in the line, it eventually comes to be your turn at the little hut, so to speak, the little cafe. The guy kind of leans out and he goes, "What can I get you?"
I want the stick food.
Yeah, there's a little girl. She had a stick.
We got corn dogs, we've got popsicles. Both of those are on a stick.
I'm assuming I can see, like
yeah,
if
they have like pictures, etc. of food items.
Was it the corn dog or was it the popsicle that you saw?
It was that one. And I point at the corn dog.
All right. Corn dog for you as well, sir?
Yes.
All right. He shouts back, two corn dogs coming up. That's going to be €5, please.
Did I get change from the lady?
No, you bought 5 tickets.
Okay, so
you bought 5 tickets out of 100, so yeah, that's...
So I give another 100.
I worked in service. This hurts to even hear and roleplay. Like, you can't do this to me.
As a former cashier, this hurts too. The man stares at him and goes, "Do you have anything smaller at all?"
They're all the same size.
Guys, I have to work tomorrow. I work at a restaurant. You're giving me PTSD.
He goes,
"Oh, you're gonna ask for extra mayo next, aren't you?"
You see him take it, type it in on his little thing. You hear a sound as you can kind of see a tray pop out. You see him lift it up, put it underneath, and you see him painfully counting out the bills as he gets you the exact change and hands it out. You hear him mutter, "Oh, there goes all my change for today, and it's not even 11 a.m.
Craig, you gave him money, and he gave you money back.
Did, and it's more than what I take the money.
So it's like plants. Like you give, and then you get more out of it.
But I wanted the corn dog.
Where's our corn dog? You gave us money, which it's fine, thank you.
He turns around and walks into the back, and then as he comes back to the window, he leans down, holding out 2 corn dogs for each of you. Here you go. Sorry,
Yes.
they're fresh. They're going to be really hot. Be careful, please.
I grab my corn dog.
Hmm.
You grab it by the stick or by the top? I have to ask because
Why?
Probably.
Why? Oh no.
Probably by the top because he's holding it by the stick, right?
Oh.
And I didn't see whoever else was eating it.
Does a hot dog count as fire to Prometheus?
No, but I just remember the meme that went around of people grabbing ice cream by the ice cream top
Oh yeah.
from the drive-through, and now, yeah,
And now I'm grabbing a corn dog by the corn dog.
Okay, because you failed this social thing so badly, Craig.
It's failing?
Doing this specifically, yes. Can you please roll me Disquiet?
Okay. Well, going by how our rolls have been going so far, what do I roll for Disquiet? Remind me.
Let's see here. Give me one moment. I've got to look it up too because new system, new rules.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a little bit of a hiccup here and there.
Well, I have to roll too because my character was just mimicking what he was doing.
This will just be. I will make it just a single roll with a
We'll fail together.
penalty because you guys are doing it together. Come on, where is it? Does anybody have the book open with it?
I have the book open. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I will attempt to locate it.
Okay, well, no, that's not it. That's your guys' ability of Disquiet for the Disquietism.
Yeah, that's the ability. Drawbacks. Disquiet 172.
Yep, here we go. So, it is Azoth, instant and contested. So this guy, your Azoth versus his resolve and composure.
As well.
So
Azoth is how much? Oh no, that's okay. I know that. Okay, good.
yeah,
Got it.
so in this situation, both of your Azoth together is 2, and add 2 dice to your roll. So that would be a total of 4 dice.
4 dice, 2 successes. Apparently, that's bad for us.
Yeah, that's bad.
So I have to resist it. Give me one moment here. Sample roll.
The one time I get successes is for a bad thing.
Simple roll. Here we go.
Oh no.
So, okay, so you have... Yep, he has stage 1 Disquiet at this point.
Well, I don't know what that means at the moment. I'll have to look that up.
No, I will go ahead and tell you what stage 1 Disquiet is. Just give me one moment here. I had the page number, and then you said that, and I lost it.
Oh.
And annoyed by the Promethean's presence, the Promethean suffers a -2 penalty to all social rolls against the victim, and has to open an additional door in social maneuvering.
He goes,
So you get a -2 to talking to the guy.
All right.
He goes, buddy, girl, why the hell are you grabbing the food from the top? Is this some sort of prank that you're trying to play?
That's how you gave it to us.
Your hand was holding the stick part.
You grabbed... There's stick still left underneath. You grab it from underneath my hand. What the hell? Were you guys born in a barn?
No, in a house.
Oh, great. You're homeschool kids. Yeah, you're definitely probably doing this for the TikTok or something. Kind of scoffs and looks at you, obviously very irritated.
Are you angry?
What the hell do you think? You playing some sort of joke on me?
Don't look at me. And
with
I kind of hide behind Craig.
You have just finished listening to this week's chapter of Promethean the Created, 2nd edition, Fading of the Spark, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, what does it really mean to be human?